that has always been a fundamental part of magehood engraved
Both those
into your
scenes are
very
really hype.
being. I have no doubt that your Zoltrak can keep
Highs, lows, press play. Let's go!
Consider the possibility that it doesn't have a mind. Defeat it may well be with brute force.
Think you can do that?
Who can say?
If that's our plan, it might have to be me. I may be able to kill
Still gonna be a
Mistress
team
Frieren.
effort.
Oh?
Yes.
They use that binding skill. Someone distract her, bind her.
Splendid. Let the strategizing begin.
Episode 25, let's lock in.
To confirm, if my replica does have a mind, we'll find Adel, escort her here, and use hypnosis magic to penetrate my mental defenses. Then she'll move into combat and kill me.
Perfect. That's a little callous.
Oh, there's the mustache guy. He's a mess.
Mr. Dunst, where's Miss Adel?
They were attacked by Zensa's replica.
Yeah, she looks just as bad as he does right now.
Out of the competition.
I understand. And Mr. Bly?
I made it this far because he put himself between the monster and me. I can only hope he got out of here with his life.
Keep moving! Leave me!
But
This way at least one of us will pass.
Wow. Yeah, right, dude. Use your golem.
I have some information. Can we work together?
That's what I've wanted since the beginning of this ordeal.
Yeah, good idea.
Is there anyone who can treat this man?
I always carry a holy scripture. A simple healing spell won't be an issue.
Go ahead.
Nice, she's pretty useful.
Well, that settles that. The copies don't have minds after all.
Correct. Miss Adel tried to hypnotize it, but discovered that while they can precisely mimic a mind's functions, don't possess minds of their own.
That makes our most painless strategy out of the question.
Why talk of plans, Frieren? There is too much we don't know to take them any further. We need to know exactly what those replicas are and who created them.
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns.
Cannot defeat
The most important thing we can learn is if these copies have any unique weaknesses. If that thing's as strong
Yeah,
as Frieren,
we need to know
people
the
will probably
weakness.
die. I'd happily take a hint.
I'm afraid I have no comment.
Figured as much.
They don't have any weaknesses. The doubles are controlled by the Spiegel, a monster who's resided here since the mythical era.
How do you know
The
that?
Spiegel ain't no joke.
Courtesy of my eldest brother, Continental Magic Association sent into the tomb.
Cool. She's got some background
Sounds to me
information.
like you girls had a leg up.
Yep.
That explains how you lasted this long.
Cheaters.
However, you made a childish misstep. You should have worked with us. That information would have been more valuable in our hands.
I can't say.
Whatever, dude. Yeah. Still not very approachable.
Stride in before we had the chance to team up.
I don't trust a middle-aged egoist like you not to abandon your allies. Anybody would doubt your motives.
Doesn't like you, huh?
While middle-aged
It's kinda
is technically
shady.
True.
Yeah, I'm
there's something
middle-aged.
about having it thrown in your face that stings.
Don't you think you should apologize to him?
I'm very sorry, Pops.
It's rude. I don't like her as
According
much
to the
anymore.
advanced party's observation
Just kidding.
reports,
She's
the
alright.
Spiegel is close.
She's cool.
It's locked in their side of that monster itself is weak and
Is that
has
what it
no
looks like?
way of attacking us directly.
Like a gem?
Once we
with
defeat
crystals?
it, all the replicas will cease to be.
Mana detection is revealed, which brings us back to the issue of
I
the
see lots of
door.
fantasy shows, and
Shut fast
I've never
with
heard of
an
this
incredible
thing.
sealing spell mightier than
I can confirm the seal is quite the puzzle, and almost certainly my replica's work. It's a spell that shuts the door of a treasure vault at the risk of your life.
Gotta use
One
the
of
knock
highest
spell.
rated ceilings folk magic.
Okay.
Door will not open until the caster is dead.
Wow.
The simplest option would be to ignore the door and break down the wall, but I have to assume they accounted for that.
seals. I'm more concerned with the overpowered doppelganger that still stands between us and the Spiegel.
We should hurry.
And why might that be?
Is the other one's
As
gonna
you've
show up?
witnessed, guards itself by creating copies of those within the dungeon. As time passes by, begin to trickle down to the bottom of the labyrinth to protect it. Brother's unit, Most of the advance party died. Many in this exact spot.
Man, this dungeon is crazy.
They died with victory in sight, just before they reached the bottom.
Valuable information.
Yes, very valuable.
The replicas mimic the original's mind very closely. Flesh and Blood's vulnerabilities should show up in their double.
I would think so.
If that much is true, we may have a real chance.
And just what flaw are you thinking of?
Mistress Frieren, I'd stand by that wall for a moment, please.
Sure.
What are you gonna have Frieren do? What is this? Easy shield?
It can't be.
Incredible.
Did everyone notice? What are we looking at?
I didn't notice either. I'm with them.
I didn't think it existed. This is Frieren's fatal vulnerability. How did I let this slip past me when we battled before? My preconceptions about how an experienced mage should be blinded me.
Alright, just let us know.
Every time that she casts a spell, her mana detection is interrupted for a fraction of a second.
But isn't that a common mistake made by apprentice mages?
Very good about it.
If you were aware of this, why didn't you bother mentioning it?
It's mortifying, to say the least.
Yeah, it's
It's not
embarrassing.
the time to be embarrassed.
Still, though, she's highly skilled in every other area you could imagine, and I doubt there are many mages who could exploit that vulnerability.
In any case, let's discuss our strategy.
Alright, strategy time. And fighting time for these two.
Even if we can somehow handle Frieren's replica.
Mistress Frieren, you seem to be enjoying yourself.
Yeah, that's her favorite part. Is that the Spiegel?
Let's go over it once more, and I'll attack from the flank. Then you come in with supporting fire.
And Heiter?
He gets the day off.
He's drooling.
He's dead.
He gets a day off. It's a crazy thing. Nice. Big damage. Cool, calm, collected, Heimel.
This meeting, it reminds me of the many whispers my party exchanged in dungeons. Let our plan speak for itself.
Do you think we can win?
Don't you worry.
You guys can win.
There
They're working
doesn't exist
together.
a dungeon
The
that
math
can't be
works.
conquered. Age of the party that cleared more dungeons than any other in history. I'm an authority on the matter.
Yep, she knows best.
Need any help fighting Frieren's replica? We're all ready and more than willing to join the fray.
The fewer of us there are inside, the easier it will be to predict its movements. All entered the battle at once.
You say
our
so.
victory would be nearly guaranteed, but most of us would die in the process.
Oh, alright. That makes
I
sense.
doubt time to use our escape
I like how they always explain the reasoning behind, like,
Without anyone to slow down the replicas.
I'm always coming up with a reason, like, why don't they do this? And they're
like,
like, well, we can't this way, like 2 seconds after I asked the question.
If they surround us, nobody will closely.
We will. Good luck in there.
Alright. Follow the
Open
plan.
the door.
There's the monster. Who else is coming in with you? Just you two right now? Yeah, that should work.
Now then, who in this test would each of you be the most concerned to meet on a battlefield?
Ah, yeah. Gotta match up their weaknesses and strengths. Going down, fake Frieren. Alright, here we go.
Jude Darajim.
Alright, I like the movement. I like the art.
It's behaving just like Mistress Frieren predicted.
This is some cool stuff. Let's go, Frieren. Alright, we're squared up. Nice.
Its mana detection broke off. My double would be on the lookout for Fern, who took that opportunity to hide. But its hands are full.
This
dealing
is
with the
epic.
equally-
Yeah. Look at the colors. All the different various colors.
After all, no one knows better than I do how frightening I can be.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. Even I can't detect you easily. In the heat of battle, my copy won't have a chance.
I'm hidden and able to land a solid attack. Voltruck?
Zoltric.
It's the quickest spell, therefore the best we've got.
Alright.
Besides that, for us elves, Zoltrak's only been in the picture for a relatively short time. Spell long enough to reflexively defend against it. That's not to say it'll stop us dead in our tracks, but the time we spend thinking causes a delay. You're different, though. Zoltrak has existed since you were born. To you, it's something that has always been. A fundamental magehood engraved.
Both those
into
scenes
your
are really
being.
hype.
I have no doubt that your Zoltrak can.
That's some
fight
praise,
with
I
every
guess.
last drop of mana you've got.
Every last drop of mana. Alright, here's your shot, Fern. I hope they don't end the episode before they do it. Okay, they cut away. Flashback.
I was under the impression that you didn't like me. In this place,
Unless you don't like it, but you're pretty shady.
honestly,
I would have wagered you and I would never meet again.
The reason I'm here is to deliver my master's will.
50 years have passed, of course.
Short time.
So Flamma has died.
You're not sad?
I only trained the girl on a whim. It's practically a report.
What does it say?
The Emperor has authorized nationwide magical research at the advice of Flamma. Until very recently, human societies have written magic off as the stuff of demons. It openly was strictly forbidden. Before her death, she'd been training a newly established unit she calls the Imperial Mages.
Okay.
Right here, that she wants me to take it over for her.
She's got a job for you.
What a greedy woman she was. To study magic is an enormous feat. But still she wants more.
Is what she did really so impressive?
She has filled the largest empire with a hunger. They want to study magic, adopt the craft for military use. The neighboring nations are sure to respond. Short decades.
Everyone will have magic.
Will spread throughout the continent.
Gonna militarize magic.
We stand at the of an era in which magic will be for all. Not long from now, humanity will acquire the strength to fight back against the Demon King and his forces.
Impressive. I see now.
Impressive. However, that is not the future I want. Be gone, Frieren.
Yeah.
I cannot comply with this final request.
You're a little shady.
I find it displeasing. An era in which anyone can use magic? Magic should be revered and respected. I refuse
A little
to
bit of a
teach anyone who
gatekeeper.
lacks talent. How dare she send this to me? Flamma and I never could understand each other. That's what I get. Student I trained on a whim.
She predicted this. My master warned me that you would probably get upset and tear her will to pieces, but she wanted me to deliver this regardless. She said her dream came true. It didn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, don't make no sense to me. She's seeing the future.
Well, I'm going to leave now. I doubt we'll ever meet again.
Frieren, before you go, let's take a walk.
Gonna offer her a spell again.
We have all the time in the world.
Unless she wants to waste it with you.
An era in which anyone can use magic. She had quite the dream, huh? I doubt it was nobly dreamt. When she first pondered the idea, she wasn't considering security or self-defense. Demon King and his forces. Did she ever tell you what her favorite spell was?
Flower spell.
One that created a field of flowers. It was useless at best and foolish at worst.
Who cares if their favorite spell is useless?
With the whole of her being. She genuinely wanted everyone in the world to experience it. I found that repulsive. It sounded like the fanciful dream of a child. But no, it lasted all her years. First time she described this lofty aspiration, she was a girl, small in stature but great in spirits. To be honest, I didn't think she would live to see such an era. I never would have guessed she'd bring it on herself. When I looked at her, I saw a life so short it was practically nothing.
That's her favorite spell since she was a little kid.
Magic.
My master made decisions more quickly than carefully, always hurrying along to the next thing.
Alright.
Humans have limited lifespans. They exist much closer to death than we do. Our lives, we're all faced with a series of important decisions. Humans cannot afford to delay them.
True.
If we don't have an answer, we can take a century or two to find one. We can ignore our decisions for a millennium if we so choose. We hardly have lifespans. They're more like eternities. Frieren. It took humanity countless centuries and seas of sweat and blood to build the civilization they have now. From this point forward, their progress will only accelerate.
Yep.
A mere 1,000 years. That is when the era of humans will arrive. They will surely overtake us.
She's all scared, afraid to embrace everything different.
Frieren.
These humans did good. She had 2 humans that helped her defeat the Demon King, I'll have you know.
If anyone cuts your long life short, it will be the Demon King himself. Or it will be a human mage.
Okay.
That excites me, Zeria. Everything we've known, the entire world of magic and mages, is about to be born anew.
Here we go, back at it. She dodges. Alright, they had to end it like that, of course. Right before they finish it.
Catch you on the next one.